How we doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Getting Jiggy With It. I'm Will, and today we're getting more collection previews done. So we did one video in one of the rooms of the house. Now we're in another room of the house where, well, we're going to go through more of our collection. This one's a little bit bigger, or at least a little bit more awkward because of the way we've got it laid out. We have some of the bookshelves that are behind me, but then I've got a closet over there that we're going to go to that has the rest of the games. Some are on the floor, some on the top. I don't know how I'm going to do this video because, again, I'm doing it by myself. I'm holding the camera because it's, you know, Audra's not here and the baby's not here, so it's kind of, I say easy, but Audrey could be holding the camera right now. Anyway, let me go ahead and flip around and we will get into this. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start at the top. So at the top, of course, we have the Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle deck building game. I like this, right? The little trunk appearance, which is why it's in our bookshelf here. But we've played this on the channel. It's a progressive deck building game, which is nice. You can get two other versions if you don't want the Harry Potter theme. They did just release Avatar, The Last Airbender, and there was already a Toy Story. I definitely want the Toy Story. I was debating the Avatar. But if you guys think the Avatar is better than this one, let me know. If you want to see us bring this back to the channel, let me know. It's 2 to 5 players, but of course I can play two-handed because it's more of a cooperative, right? It even says cooperative. You're just trying to beat the bad guy. So I could play this two-handed if you guys want to see more of the Harry Potter deck building game. In here, just hiding out, is the Unlock Secret Adventures. Picked that one up, I think, just really cheap. I wanted to try Unlock. We tried the exit games, but it's an Unlock game. It's an escape room style game, kind of point and click style adventure where each card is going to have things that you need to reveal or find to be able to use in another one. I played the first one, this little one here with the mad scientist, with my nephew, and it was fun. Haven't tried these two yet. Might play them in the future. If you go down here, we are in our Hasbro deck building game. So I've played Transformers deck building game on the channel. I like it. I would say it's probably my third favorite out of the three. Then you have Power Rangers. Power Rangers is my least favorite just because, not that I don't like the mechanics. I mean, I like the upgrading, getting the Zords and all that stuff, but it is only PvP. There is a solo mode, but they've locked it behind buying a storage box. And I've got everything for these games. So this has everything that's released for Transformers. Yes, there's Lid Lift. This isn't even game. This is some mini metal minis I got, because I thought, I can just replace all of the cardboard with the metal ones. The problem was they don't have one for everything that they've released. It was foolish thinking that they wouldn't keep coming out with more Transformers. But yeah, the Power Rangers, I mean, if I can get that storage box cheap, maybe Renegade does a clearance and they're not charging $20 for shipping like they've been lately, maybe I'll pick up the solo and try that. Yeah, the G.I. Joe deck building game. This has all the cards and everything. This has like all the cardboard components, so you can get it in 2 boxes if you don't mind some lid lift. But yeah, I played this on the channel. Like that, you're going on missions, rolling dice. The dice are kind of unforgiving. So what a lot of people use are the mission critical dice, which I have mission critical, so I use those in the playthrough. My Little Pony was a big surprise. I really liked My Little Pony. I'm calling it Lucita bias right now just because I don't even know if I would have opened this box and played it if I wasn't seeing if it was a game that I would play with her in the future. Fort, a lot of people like Fort, a lot of people hate Fort. I guess it's a love-hate relationship, but it's a deck building game where you are trying to just build your fort, right? So you're trying to get kids to come to your fort and, well, you know, be your friends. We've got a playthrough on the channel. Barbarian, this was given to me as a thank you copy. It wasn't even a review copy. There was a Kickstarter done by this publisher, Greenbrier, and everybody was providing feedback, and I was kind of providing feedback, so he emailed me and asked me to provide some feedback. I provided a bunch of feedback. He knew I was a content creator. He said I didn't have to do any reviews on it, so he sent me all these. This, maybe when Lucita gets older I'll play, but I think it's just a battle game. I think it's kind of take batty battle game. Kids like that, not always a fan. Super Skill Pinball, we've played both of these on the channel. Fun games. I wish I could consolidate them, but you can't. The part of the box where you would try to consolidate is where the markers are, and you put all the boards that are in both of these into one, it fills an entire box. And then there's dice, so you gotta figure out how to put those in there too. I was saying, if it's just the markers, I can put markers somewhere else. I like it. You're basically playing pinball. It's a roll and write pinball game. For people with OCD like I have, that box should not be upside down, but it is. Hidden Leaders is a 2 to 6 player game. I don't know how it plays at higher player counts, but in a 2-player game, it's kind of a tug of war. You're playing these hidden cards to make your leader go left or right, and you have objectives, but the other player doesn't know what that objective is for you to win. Jungle Tribe was one of the first Kickstarter games I got. It looked small, cute art, whatnot. You're basically trying to, I don't even remember anymore. I've played it a couple times with my family because it was a lighter weight game. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get this out. You're trying to find your way through the jungle, right? And then you get more experienced characters, and you can sabotage the others. So it's kind of a take-that-y game. I've got extra copies because they did not send this to the US. So I had to back at like, I think it was like 5 or 6 copies to get, basically, he gave me free shipping at that point. So I gave away a couple copies. I think I've got this and maybe one more left. The Vale of Eternity, this has been like high on people's list lately. I don't know how it plays. I think Mike DeLisio or Z Garcia said great things about it. So I immediately went out and got a copy off Amazon, and then I found the deluxe bits at a shop that was still retail. They weren't like scalping the deluxe bits. So if anybody's got, idea about this, or when we should play, get it to the channel, let me know. Trekking the World. Oh, I like this game. I don't think we would ever really get rid of this. I think this is a good entry-level game. I like this version. I know they changed the new version, but with the new version, I feel like the same as like Trails. Trails did the same thing. I feel like they gamified it, made it more gamery, which in my opinion defeats the purpose of this game. This game is supposed to be a nice, lightweight introductory game. You're traveling the world, set collection, right? Trying to complete tasks, using your cards. They're multi-use cards to travel. Really, really nice game. Behind that is the comic, Age of Comics. So we played this on the channel. You're basically, it's a worker placement, and you're running a comic book company. So it's comics. I like it. My Little Scythe back there, one of the first games we played. We've played everything on the channel, so you can go see what it is. Pick up and deliver, cute chibi minis, easy, lightweight. Definitely probably one of the first games. Well, I say one of the first games once Lucita figures out how to play games beyond. Right now I've got Candyland and Chutes and Ladders for her, so she can learn numbers and colors. We'll probably get her playing that. Lost Ones, again, Greenbrier sent this as a review copy. I'm not sure. It's a storybook adventure, I think. Yeah, storybook adventure. That's as much as I know about that. They're minis, so again, haven't painted because of the minis. Cube Monster, we played the prototype, so they sent us a final copy. I don't know. I don't know if we'll keep it or not. I don't think I have it rated that highly. The Hunger, we've played. It's a neat deck building game. It's a little bit different than most other deck building games. You're trying to, satiate your hunger, right? So you're trying to be a vampire, go out. Really love the art, really love the graphics. I did get the expansion, so I do want to kind of get the expansion played. Behind that is Red Rising. So it's Fantasy Realms with some extra stuff. You're basically drawing a card to discard a card to try to complete objectives. We do like it. I've played it with people that are not gamers, and they seem to like it as well. Between Two Castles, we've played that on the channel as well. You're basically a tile laying game, and you're wanting to build between the two castles cooperatively, right? We did get the Castles of Mad King Ludwig, so maybe we would like that just better overall. And that may go at that point, but for now, it's back there. All right, and then down on the bottom shelf, we have Forges of Ravenshire. So again, we reviewed this game. We did a playthrough on the channel. I don't remember if he sent us a final copy or if I backed it. If I backed it, I must have liked it. But you are just, trying to craft goods. Very unique dice mechanic is really what it is. It's a unique dice mechanic. Dice placement game where you place a dice and pick up a dice. So kind of think like I was just talking about with Fantasy Realms or Red Rising. You're drawing and placing at the same time. So it's really neat how that worked out. And then you can upgrade your character so you can build more stuff. In the back are the other two games that Greenbrier sent. One is Chaos on Hera, and then the other is what is it? Dreams and Shadows. So Dreams and Shadows I heard got good reviews. Chaos on Hera I've heard not as good about, maybe. Rescuing Robin Hood is it's Castillo's, it's their first game. It's a deck building game where you are trying to recruit enough so that way you can, rescue Robin Hood and then defeat the Sheriff of Nottingham. I want to bring that back to the channel. I said that when I was doing my top game videos. Whirling Witchcraft, we've played on the channel. There is an expansion coming from AEG. They had it in their last crowdfunding game. But you are collecting resources, and then you have to pass your cauldrons around. So the resources you don't use, somebody else can. So that's kind of neat. And then in the back is your Maul Peak and Skulk Hollow. That's your your PvP game. One person's playing a big monster. The other ones are playing like little woodland creatures. There's supposed to be a third game coming. So we'll definitely, when the third game comes out, maybe we'll make content on that as well. Okay, so we got our center bookshelf here. So on the center bookshelf, we have Winterhaven Woods. I think there's supposed to be an expansion coming for this. This is an old game that I backed again on Kickstarter. It was, I don't know, it was like a couple dollar game. It was like a $10, $15 game. Really good quality. It's a set collection game. I think we'd like it. We just haven't played it. Kinfire Delve. Like it better than Kinfire Chronicles because I like the card play in it. I did do a playthrough on this, but you are delving through using card combat to defeat the final baddie. On this side, we have Crimson Company. This is a area majority. Of course, doesn't have it. It's an area majority game. Similar, think Smash Up, right? Or Land, Air, and Sea. I wanted to compare all three of them on the channel, right? Say, okay, which one do I like the most? I think this was a review copy sent to us. We reached out so I could make that. Just never got around to it. Adventure game. My sister likes these, so I grabbed another one when this was on sale. You basically, it's like an escape room game, except for you're trying to solve a puzzle, right? So this one here, you're trying to solve the Monochrome Ink, right, adventure. Aldabas is actually Colombian, so definitely this might have been one of the first Grand Gamer Guild's games I backed, but it is a card game that involves the Aldabas, which are the knockers, the little door knockers in Cartagena. So yeah, we keep meaning to take this down to Colombia. Even like this time I remembered, I saw it and I was like, oh, Audrey should take this with her when she goes to her parents, and we keep forgetting. And then Land, Air, and Sea, like I said, same thing. Area majority game, card game like Smash Up and Crimson Company, where you're placing cards to take control of different, in this case, land, air, or sea. And then inside this one, we have, a lot of these are older, so I think most of these we played on the channel. You have Papillon, which is a sideways copy again. You are laying out tiles in your garden, and then when you make patterns, you get to go capture butterflies and put them, you have the butterflies, but then you put them on the different flowers. And you can see on the bottom, there's different scoring points based on the number of butterflies you get on there. Back behind there is the AuZtralia big box, same thing, Kickstarter all in, back when Kickstarters were a good deal. It is a train route building game with, Cthulhu. So, just haven't played it. It's definitely not a theme that Audrey would really be into, which is probably why we haven't pulled it out. For player count, it is sideways. Why do I usually check this. That bothers my OCD. And you don't notice until you're trying to make a video. Yeah, it doesn't have the player count. That's the only problem with big boxes, when they don't put like the player count and stuff on them. But I don't remember if that's got a solo. So Vowel is a letter game. So I get a lot of letter games. I'm not good necessarily at spelling. My job involves documentation and writing and stuff, so I should be, but I'm horrible at spelling. But Audrey, I think I picked a lot of these up when she first moved up to the US, because she's a linguist, right? She knows Spanish and English and French. So I think I was picking up a lot of like your word games, because she she thought she would like those kinds of games. Now, not to say she doesn't, but we haven't played enough to really be definitive. But yeah, so you're missing your vowels. So you got to make words with the missing vowels. Artemis Project, this is one I was thinking of when I did the last video with Artemis Odyssey. This is the one that's a dice placement game, dice worker placement. Again, we like worker placement. I like dice worker placement for some reason. I don't know if I like it more or less, but that's what you're doing. You're basically placing your dice as workers. There's nothing behind this, and this is the 2 train game. So Thistroy, before Thistroy went mini, they had a big one, Skyline Express. You're trying to build your train. And then Ticket to Ride. I've played Ticket to Ride on Xbox. That's the only place I've played it. It's all right. I keep this just in case one day I pull it out for my family who aren't gamers. Scarface 1920, we've played that on the channel. So this is it's not an area control game. It's really hard to explain it, right? You're just building out your empire. I do have the new expansions. I can't remember, did I get it all to fit in there, or is that what's behind it? No, that's what's behind it. So behind it is the expansions. I did buy the new big box, but like it was as big as this box. Like I literally still have it in the other room with some extra storage. So if somebody wants to leave a comment because they want the other big box, man, let me know in the comments. I'll send you a big box with some containers. Almanac is a unique worker placement storybook game. So the worker placement game itself changes based on the story as you're navigating through it. So I thought very unique mechanics. I could probably get these to fit inside of one box, but because you only use certain pieces at certain times, or if you go to a certain page, it's kind of would be hard to maintain that way. Here we have Vengeance Roll and Fight. We played this for the crowdfunding campaign, and then I backed it and got the full episode 1 and 2. This is the box for 2, and I think the back says episode 1, and it's upside down. Really interesting. I played it solo, and still can't beat it. I just can't. I can't beat the bad guy. So there's definitely a way to do it. It probably takes a lot of plays. In the Halls of the Mountain King and Fall of the Mountain King, we played one of the two. We played this one. We played in the Hall of Mountain King. That one's sideways too. What is it, Will? I must have just been in a sideways mood one day. But yeah, so you're basically placing polygonal so you can build paths and then get to like statues. Fall of the Mountain King is a invasion, I guess, tower defense style game in the same universe. This comes before this, like in story timelines. Haven't played that one. I was going to play it solo, and then for some reason I didn't and put it back up, which is probably why the box is sideways. Down here are all of our 5th Realm games. So Cavern Tavern, we've played that on the channel. It is a dice placement game where you're, well, running a tavern. Rise to Nobility is a dice placement game. Oh, there's a little yellow ball from Lucita. Yellow ball. Where you're placing dice workers to do worker placement stuff. It is probably the least favorable of this series, the 5 Realm series. I think it needs the expansion, which we have, but it's probably the lowest rated. Brick and Mortar I thought it would just be a fun game. You're pretty much trying to build out a row of cards. You're trying to build your store empire through cards, and then you get goods and resources so you can spend them and make more money to, wash, rinse, and repeat. I have a background, I have a degree in marketing management, so I just thought that would be fun. Tallywood Rally and Drawn to Adventure, I cannot tell you much about them. I got them because they were in the same universe. I think this is a racing game, 1 to 4 players, and Draw to Adventure, well, it's a something in right style game, again, 1 to 4 players. These are all the Welcome To games. Welcome To is a flip and write. I think we've done Welcome To on the channel. I haven't even started these two. Welcome to the Moon is campaign, so that's why we haven't started that, because we need to make sure we're going to be able to play it. Welcome to Las Vegas it's just an iteration on Welcome to Your Perfect Neighborhood. All right, so in this bookshelf now, we have, of course, all 3 Canvas games. Canvas we played on the channel, so again, you can go watch that for more details, but you're taking cards and combining cards with other cards to make a picture and scoring objectives. It's basically as simple as that. We got the promo pack from their last campaign, and haven't even had a chance to put it in one of the boxes. I keep all 3 boxes. It looks pretty, but you could probably get it all to fit in one. They did have a big box, but again, I like the big, pretty box. And sometimes big boxes aren't as efficient. Like if I just rip out an insert, I can make way more fit. This was a trilogy by Eagle Griffin Games. What do I mean? Thunderworks Games. So Tuned Hats and Trust Me. It's, you know, because these are becoming public domain IPs, people are using them. I honestly don't remember what any of the games are about, and the boxes don't show you anything. All right, Isle of Cats. We love Isle of Cats. Played it with my sister so much, again, that my sister went out and bought it. So definitely a welcoming entry game. Polyomino laying, trying to fill up your ship. Behind Isle of Cats, we have Scrap Race. Haven't played that. I think that was one of my first Queen games. And it's not because there's minis. This has acrylic standees, but it's a racing game. And then behind that is Transmissions. So Transmissions, you're controlling little robots and trying to build a path. Can't tell you much beyond that. Rival Restaurants, I actually read the rules, was about to play this, had it out on the table, and then other things happened. But you are trying to build out a gourmet empire. There's a bunch of characters, bunch of add-ons, bunch of expansions they've added over the time. And you're placing your people to gain your ingredients, so then you can complete your recipe cards, right? Pachacuna, backed. This is probably I think this is one of the first Triceratop games we backed, and I'm glad we're glad we did, but they've been making a lot of good games. Haven't played this yet, but you are basically moving llamas. One person's on the upper, one person's on the lower, and you're trying to deliver goods. So it's a pick up and deliver game. Where you're going to be blocking your opponents. These, and then I have the other one, it must be in the other room because I was going to play it, are the Crossroads games by Plaid Hat. It's a storybook adventure game, and that's really what it is. They all play very similarly from what I understand. A lot of people are saying this is the most refined version. I know Todd Vassell, he says that Freelancers back there is his favorite version. And then the last one is the Pirates, which I grabbed, and that one can't even, I don't think it'd be played. I think it can be played solo, but you got to do multi-character. And I think there's supposed to be some traitor and backstabbing, so it doesn't necessarily work. Fox Matters by Gindi. This, again, was another one. It just was cute. One of the first Kickstarters we backed. I don't even know what you do. Once upon a time, there was a kingdom of Foxen. All Foxen are happy under the Fox King. One day, the Fox Mage carelessly spilled coffee over a magic book, releasing nightmares. Okay. That's what it is. Box fell down, but we'll do this. Chronicles of Crime. Haven't played that. I know it's really good. I want to play it. App-driven, investigatory, narrative game. It's just, again, there's a lot, and you have to have time to go through it. And you don't want to play like part of it and not be able to play the rest. So the Millennium series, it has the 3 games, the 1400, 1900, 2400, and then there's a game that kind of combines all 3 of them. Behind that is Dinosaur World. So we have played Dinosaur World on the channel. I don't have Dinosaur Island. They had like a big Kickstarter and could have gotten the All-In Dinosaur Island, but I have All-In Dinosaur World. I don't need Dinosaur Island. But you're building out your theme park, and then the more thrilling it is when you run your Jeep through it, the more points you get. Again, we played it on the channel. And then the one that fell is Mariposas. We played this. It was off the channel, but you are just doing the flight of the monarch butterfly to the top and the bottom. Really thematic in the way that the mechanics work to get the butterfly to the top and then back down to the bottom over the rounds. These are the creature comfort games. We have both of them. Haven't played either one of them. Cannot tell you what either one of them do. Again, cute art gets me, and now it's in this. They built this world, so of course I've backed the last game they came out with too. Apples to Apples, again, just keep it for families, for parties, because my family actually likes it. I don't know when the last time we even played it was, so it honestly is one that, like, even if I tried to cull, nobody would want. Wild Serengeti by Bad Comet, I think. Yeah, we played this on the channel. You're trying to put animals in certain positions to score points, basically, off the cards. And then Cryptid Cafe. So I mentioned Cryptid Cafe in the previous video because I've got the second game they released. But you are a server and you're trying to get your ingredients so you can deliver the recipes to the patrons to earn points. Again, cute art, cute graphics. In the infancy of, or in the early olden days, I don't know how to say it, of Kickstarter, so they weren't as expensive as they are now. Libertalia, Gales of Windcrest. Again, we played this one on the channel as well. I liked it. I can't remember much about what you were doing anymore. But yeah, it's competitive. I know there's cards. I know there's these tokens. Yeah, I don't remember. Do not remember what you do in that game. Somebody let me know down in the comments again what we do in that game. Should I play it again? Or should I just get rid of it since I don't remember what I did in the game? I remembered I like it. That's the problem, is like when you remember you like a game and but you don't remember what the game was. You don't remember why you liked it. All right, let's clean all of those up. Okay, down on the bottom we have Carcassonne. So you need one version of Carcassonne. Every house needs one version of Carcassonne. I've heard Hunters and Gatherers is probably one of the better versions. So that's what we have. It's a tile laying. You're building out your civilization. Splendor, every house needs a copy of Splendor, so of course ours is going to be Marvel. It is a set collection game. You're trying to collect the Infinity Gems. Project L, again, we played this on the channel, so you can see that. Polyomino game, you're trying to complete Tetris puzzles. Hamsters and Hippos is a kind of a push your luck game where you're traveling over top of lily pads to be able to collect lilies. We again played it on the channel. Like it, we took it down to Colombia. It's a good lightweight game. Again, I think I'm keeping it for Lucita. Brew, we played on the channel. It's another recipe style game. You're rolling dice and trying to collect things to build recipes. Cultivate, we haven't played. I think it's a set collection game where you are trying to build a cult. Again, cultivate. Paint the Roses Red is a abstract strategy game. I really think me and Audrey would like this one. Again, just haven't played it. You are trying to solve a puzzle with limited communication with each other. Like, oh, there's a rose next to a cupcake next to a, I don't know, caterpillar. I don't know what all you're trying to find. But the theme, again, the beautiful art, it has little minis that need painted. That is why we have Paint the Roses. Okay, now we're in the Nightmare Closet. So, don't know how the video is going to be throughout this, so we will see. The top, except for Luthier, that's just where I put Luthier. The top are all prototypes. So, reach back out to publishers to see if they want their prototypes back, and, well, here they are. So, same thing when we do Extra Life. These will probably be up for giveaways. Most of them are pretty complete games that you can play. A lot of these are pretty good prototypes. I know Age of Comics was. Frozen Frontier, I've got the big box now of it, finally. And that's pretty good, thanks to Arcane Wonders. I couldn't get a hold of Cosmodrome, but Arcane hooked me up. So I'll definitely probably bring this to the channel in solo, because I did like this. Cube Monster was pretty much final. I think same Redwood. I finally got the final version of that. That was pretty much final. Stone Saga, I didn't have everything. I think it was just the first chapter. Peacemakers was just the first chapter. Harrow County, if I remember correctly, had I know it had the first three. I don't know if it had the fourth chapter. Last Fish, Herdvana, Flee the Dungeon. Heike Strike is, again, we played it on the channel. Again, it's another one of those base control games. It just uses an anime theme. But again, I think this was pretty much a base game. It just doesn't have all the Kickstarter goodies. I mean, it's still playable. World Stitchers, I heard he's launching another campaign, or already did launch another campaign. That wasn't a bad game. You were just trying to lay out your tiles to build a pattern. Drop Bears, we never got to bring to the channel. I don't know how different the prototype is from the final game. If you guys want to see me play this, I mean, I've got it. It's 1 to 4 players, so I can play it. It's not a theme that Audrey would play. Luthier, like I said, is not a prototype. That is the final all-in copy. It is 1 to 4 players. So again, if you guys want to see me play it solo, I can try to burn my brain. That's definitely a nighttime or a weekend game. What do we got? We got Dirt Rally, Picky Eaters. So a lot of these, again, were just all prototype games we've played on the channel. Rogue Angels, he's almost, I say he's almost done, but he's got so much writing that he's had to do. So if you guys want to see Rogue Angels once it's complete, let me know. I don't remember if he was going to send us a final copy or not. He may forget by that point anyways. This isn't EOS. This is Titans, something Titans by Gray Fox. I think they just had the Kickstarter. I tried to reach out to them and say, hey, because I had some free time. I was like, hey, can you give me the updated rules? I've still got the prototype, and I never heard anything back, so it never got them. Crop Circle, same thing. I don't think that ever launched, so I don't even know if the rules are accurate. Townsfolk Tussle, we did that on the channel. That's the prototype. Doesn't have the minis. I mean, it could technically be played. There's nothing wrong with what's in it. And then back there we have Earthen War, which was one of our very first games. It's kind of like a chess game. Dynamine wasn't bad. He didn't, their campaign didn't make it. He said he was going to make a second campaign. Mercurial, I think I am going to try to play that solo on the channel because I know it was fun, but I don't think it was Audrey style game. So I think I'll try that solo. I do have the full copy. He sent us a final copy. Starfighters is not a final version. It doesn't have all the modes. And then same thing with Cities of Venus. That was pretty playable. It had a lot of like upgraded components already, so that's almost a full game as well. All right, so we'll go back here on this. So harder for me to pull these things out, but this is all of the Valors and Villainy stuff by Druid City and Skybound. So Valor and Villainy you can see. So one is a 1 versus mini game, the other is a dungeon crawler. The problem with all of it, minis, have to paint the minis to play it. Trekking through history, it is a... I don't know why I have the band on this game. There's so many other games I could have this band on. It's not like Trekking the World. I thought it was going to be like Trekking the World. It is a order of operation placement game. You're trying to place things in numerical order. I don't like it as much as Trekking the World. Alien Pet Shop, we haven't played this. Again, cute Kickstarter game, so I got it for Audrey. You're trying to build an alien pet shop. Hacked, just like in the previous room, is a game with Demicho. You are trying to, or hijacked, I said hack. You're trying to, I don't remember if you're trying to hijack the plane or stop the hijackers. But yeah, lots of stuff going on. Monopoly, because everybody has to have a Monopoly in their collection. This was the 70th anniversary edition. These 3 boxes, all these boxes, this is all of the Dice Master stuff. I'm gonna get rid of it. I got it. It's Marvel. I don't know. Something about the gameplay just didn't turn me on. So what I would probably do, for me, because of a dice game, if I want to play this kind of dice game or a dice battling game, we now have Marvel dice through them. 3000 Scoundrels. This does not have a solo mode. I was gonna pull it out to give it a shot, but it's 2 to 4 players. It is a card crafting game. Yeah, it's a card crafting game. So that's why I got it. I thought that's kind of a cool mechanic. You're crafting cards to make your cards better. That's always a fun thing. Sleeping Gods Distant Skies. I broke my rule and I actually played it without the painted minis. Now I don't know. Now I have no drive to paint the minis to then play it again. It's a story narrative game. You're going through, revealing cards, doing combat with pretty unique mechanics. I would play it again, but I have to wait till I don't remember the story. So this may be a couple years before I pull that. I'll play it before that. If you guys want to see it on the channel, I will pull that out. I will paint them minis and we'll get it played again. Meeple Land, we wanted to keep I couldn't remember which one we kept, so now I know. We needed to keep a theme park building game. We do have Fun Fair Unfair, but it was like this or the one where disaster was happening, so we decided to keep this one. You're laying out tiles, buying tiles, building a theme park, and then as you go through the path, you get points based on things being connected and touching each other. Birdwatcher was a Renegade game. Set Collection. I think it was, I think it's supposed to be like a lighter weight. I say lighter weight Wingspan, but how can you be lighter weight than Wingspan? Forever Home, we haven't played this. I actually have 2 copies of this. So somehow we got, I guess, 2 review copies sent to us. We liked the dog park one, so we reached out about getting review copies. So maybe I bought a copy and they sent a review copy. I don't remember. You're trying to find a dog's perfect home. So it looks like it's a little puzzle game collection to find their homes. Back in the back, we got 51st State. I like Imperial Settlers. That's more of a apocalyptic theme. I know that Z likes it. It's one of his top games of all time, so we got that. Whelps and Wormlings we played on the channel. This really should be up with the prototypes. It's technically a prototype, but it's technically a final copy. We played it for him to help get the money so the people that backed the original game could get their game. So if somebody's watching this video and you're an original backer of that game, reach out to me, because I don't think we're going to keep it. And we'll see what we can do. Dominations, again, I've heard it's good. Haven't played it. I think it's a city building game. You put monuments and different things out on there. It is a big box. It was for the campaign, got everything. Moon Buddy, I talked about when I was ranking my games. You are trying to complete recipes by moving a bunny around. It's based on mythology and these little cakes, I guess, that they eat. Last Resort, you're trying to build a resort in space. So again, I think it's a, I don't know if it's a tile placement building. Yeah, so you're building tiles and all. So again, a lot of these is because like, oh, it looked good, the art looked good, it's a mechanic we like. Let's give it a shot. Block by Block, I feel bad about this. This is a review copy that was sent to us. We actually got it when the riots and stuff were happening down in Colombia due to the people not happy with their government. So we were going to play it around that time. If you go back and check some of our videos during that time, you'll see that we have the support Colombia in the video. We have an image in the video on the top corner. But yeah, you're basically trying to do an uprising against the oppressors. So you're moving your cubes around and the town and spinning actions to do that. Insomnia is a escape style game. You're trying to get out of like a dungeon, but you can get chained and get locked into it depending if you fall asleep or whatnot. I don't remember. I thought I would like the mechanics. It is 1 to 4 players, so I could play it by myself. It's more of like a Halloween style game, and we didn't pull out any games for Halloween this year. Crossing Fates, this was a free copy because we won the contest on their Kickstarter campaign, and they actually created a card for AuZtralia. So honestly, we have it because of that reason alone. It does seem unique. I can't open it, but like the cards have a left and a right side, and you're basically building out a tableau by covering up the left or the right side to do actions. Pandemic Legacy Season 1, we will probably never play it again, but I think it's more one of those, like, we played it with my sister. It was one of the first games AuZtralia ever played. We went and visited my family. AuZtralia, my sister, and I basically played this game until it was done. Like, for several days until it was done. We just had so much fun playing it. Now, we will probably get Season 2 and Season 0 and play through those as well. Castles of Burgundy Special Edition. Well, it's Castle of Burgundy Special Edition. You are building out your castle. I think this one has a solo mode, so I could bring that to the channel without AuZtralia. Dreams of Tomorrow and Dreams of Yesterday. We did play these on the channel. I can't remember. It's upside down. I can't remember what you did. I think you're just building out a sequence of cards. Microcosmos, I know we played on the channel. You are exploring planets and doing stuff. Sorry, I don't know. I can't remember. Micro City, you're trying to build out a city. Marco Architects, you're still building out a city, but differently. We played this on the channel. Skyline Express is a roll and write version of the bigger game that I showed you guys. We'll do Santa's Elves because it's kind of here. Santa Elves, I feel bad for this publisher. This was a fun little game that we did a Kickstarter for, but unfortunately they had teamed up with the Gaming Goat, back when it was the Gaming Goat before he sold the business to somebody else, and that company's being ran just as badly. But he very vocal about certain things that people disagree with, and so therefore they blacklisted him as a publisher, blacklisted his stores, and so unfortunately this game is what it is. I'm keeping it. It is pretty much a final copy. It is a fun little Christmas game that, you know, we can pull out at Christmas and play. In the back there, let me get some light back there, is Planet Unknown. We've played it on the channel, so you can check that out. But it's a polyomino tile placement game on planets. and you're trying to go up tracks to improve yourself and, well, whatnot. The 2 Raybox games there, those are the Escape games, Escape from Stalingrad Z and Escape from Project Rice. I did back the new Stalingrad to get the updated components. Again, I've got the minis, haven't painted the minis, so I haven't played that. Again, if you guys want to see either of those 2 played, let me know. The one that's got the Redux coming out, I would say hold off. I'll probably play that when the Redux gets delivered. Casting Shadows is another T-Turtle Unstable Games game. I, for the life of me, do not remember what it is, so we're gonna open her up. Oh, okay, yeah, we played this one. So this is the one where it's not an area control, but it's in like an area battle game. So you're moving your guys around and you can upgrade them. So yeah, we played this on the channel. I liked it. It wasn't bad. We also have Mayhem, which I'll show you when we get to that video, but there's only so many of these kinds of games that you can have where you're basically just trying to beat each other up on a map. So Sagrada Artisans, this is the legacy version of Sagrada. I've heard mixed reviews about it. We've never even started it because it's a once and done, right? They only gave you 4 packs. So if you want somebody to jump in, they really can't. So if we wanted to play with anybody else, and we thought we were going to have some gaming friends, we still don't have gaming friends, we didn't want to start it right away. But that Sagrada, as you guys know, was Odd Duty's #1 game of all time at one point. So of course we definitely had to pick that up. Move Santa. This is Fujiyama. I want to think maybe Mike DeLisio touted this one, but you are trying to do stuff in a language I can't read. I think you're trying to do pattern and tile building on it. Hike is a race game where you're building out your sled of dogs. I think they're having a new campaign, or they had one, and they had meeples. And yay, meeples. So we didn't get it. Dulce is another recipe fulfillment game. We played that on the channel. You're basically just trying to collect cubes to complete recipes. The Moon, Streets, and Villagers trilogy, you're trying to build out, I think, tableaus from those ones. This is probably not a good idea. I just flipped it upside down for you guys. Yeah, you're trying to do things. I don't know. Again, bought all 3 of them at the same time to get the full collection. Haven't played them. They do say 1 player, so again, I could bring those to the channel. Rolling Realms, deck building game, PvP and co-op available. We've played it on the channel. You guys can check that out. Fun game. I've got everything for it. I do have the Legacy in here as well. I did an unboxing, so I do have the Legacy in here as well. You'd have to play 2 players, though, is the only problem, and it's a versus. So now I'm kind of like, I don't know if I should have done that. Zoo Tycoon, same thing. I bought both of these. I bought this one. The new expansion came out. Bought that one too. Again, it's Triceratops. I talked about how I've liked their games. I've heard this is a very complex zoo building game, but it's like the video game. You're trying to build out a zoo, put animals together in the same habitat, you know, to breed them and so forth to, well, make money and points. All right, we go back here. The one in the very back is how to make magical friends or something like that. It is one that we played on the channel. So that was the final copy that was sent to us. Oh, down there in my playmats. I don't think we'll keep that one. It was fine, but it wasn't for us. EOS, you can tell EOS is a very rare one. It's still in plastic. Like normally I at least open the plastic and punch everything out. Never did an unboxing anything for it. I think that's the island building game where you're moving tiles and it causes like islands to appear. Castles of Mad King Ludwig. That's the everything with the expansions that was on Kickstarter for the 2nd edition. Like I said, maybe because we have that, I'll get rid of the Between Two Castles. Haven't played it. You're trying to build a castle, basically the most point castle. Excavation Earth, Mighty Boards. Seemed like a fun game. It's a worker placement. Your aliens coming down and trying to find the most valuable resources. It's as much as I can give you. I'm kind of disappointed, unfortunately, Final Frontier Games. Hopefully, I don't know if it was a particular designer that was wanting to do these Pillars of Creation or if it was just a Final Frontier Games thing, but because they're out of business, we will never have any more of the Pillars of Creation, but I got these more for the thematic. They're based on actual folklores and tales from other countries, so I thought these would be pretty cool. I cannot tell you, honestly, how they play. Fantastic Factories. I want to think, yeah, Deepwater. So in the last video I mentioned I got a big Deepwater deal one time. They had like this 20 game bundle or 10 game bundle for like $50 or something. So I picked this up. You're basically trying to build a optimized factory. So hoping maybe we would like this more than some of the other engine builders like Terraforming Mars. I don't know. Telestrations. This takes the right audience. I'm not against it, but it takes the right audience. We played a couple times with different people and had a good time. We played with one particular person and had a horrible time. So don't play with that person. All right, so we will stay on this side. We'll go down to the next level. In the very back there is Leaf. Cannot tell you anything about it, and I can't pull it out to look at it. The next one is Tavern Dragons. Same thing, can't tell you anything about it because I can't pull it out. Race to the Raft, we played that on the channel. It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle. We played a 2-player. I don't know as a solo puzzle if it would be better. You're just trying to get the cats off the island from the Isle of Cats. If I had to save space and I have Isle of Cats, I don't know if I would pull that out over Isle of Cats. I mean, I know it's a completely different game, but it is what it is. Dreadful Meadows, I actually pulled it out. I read the rules. It was going to be our Halloween game. And again, didn't get played. It was on the table. That's Life of a Baby. It is a game where you're trying to place cards and your workers in a certain way that you can then gain the candy that you're making in the Dreadful Meadows. Fast and Furious is based on the IP. I think it and Gargoyles, I got both of them at Target for like $5 each. So one is like, I think, an adventure game. The other one is not a dungeon crawl, but you're trying to go through in the city and take out the baddie. Honey Buzz, have both Honey Buzzes. Haven't played either one of those. A resource collection point game. You're just bees, for lack of better words. All right, let me go over to this side. We've got this. Was sent to us, The Ninth World. It was sent to us by the publisher, Lone Shark Games, when they were doing the Vegas, their Vegas game. So they sent this to us to play. We just never got a chance to play it. It's a skill building game. I don't know much more than that. I know the box is part of the game board, the way that it works. 1 to 5 players. I could play it solo. If anybody knows anything about it and wants to see it on the channel, let me know. Bullet, I definitely want to play again. I did back the big box, which I'm almost feeling like, do I need the big box? Because I've got everything Bullet that's to date in here, and that includes 2 sets of tokens. Now, one set's still cardboard. The other one is inside of coin capsules. It's 2 ways to play. You can play as a versus game, real time. So if you don't like real time, you don't have to do real time, but whatever comes off of your board goes to the next player's board. So there is a balance issue where, like, if somebody's really good, they could beat up on them. The other mode is a boss battle where you basically take your turn, again, not real time, and then you beat up on the boss. So, Micro Moonshine. Again, I've liked Visceral's most of their games, so we went ahead and backed that one. We didn't get to do a preview of it. You are, I don't know if it's supposed to be like Scarface or what it's supposed to be. Set during Prohibition, Step into the Shades, hiring crew, producing liquors, forging, speakeasies. Yeah, so you're making moonshine and then trying to get it out into the world. A Howl, we played a Howl on the channel. You are trying to set up a sequence of tiles in a pyramid fashion to get the most points. We did get Talisman Harry Potter. I got that to play with my sister. Let's just say she didn't like it. And again, she's not a hobby board gamer. It goes on way too long. There's no way for you to adjust what you do. That is probably leaving, definitely, along with Star Wars Talisman, which is in another room. Hues and Cues, our family likes it. Audrey's family likes it. Matching color game. It's fun. It's a nice little party game filler. Tesseract is a pattern game. If you can see at the top, you build patterns to score points. La Granja Big Box. So worker placement, farming simulator game. Big game. Haven't played it. The very back by the shelves is Robot Quest Arena. It is a deck building robot battler where you are each controlling a robot and controlling how it moves and then trying to battle each other. Did buy the new content, have never played the game, probably a bad idea, but that's me. They are having troubles right now that may not get fulfilled, unfortunately. Now they are putting some of their games on Steam, so maybe that'll drive some revenue and get these things past the finish line. Down on the bottom, on the floor, where people are going to yell at me because it does scratch up the box. Hate to tell you that. Maglev Metro, just looked like a fun game, route building game, pick up and deliver. Do have the maps here, and then do have the new maps coming. It does say it does solo, so again, if you guys want to see it on the channel, let me know. Distilled, we've played on the channel. You are trying to mix concoctions to, well, make distilled liqueurs. It's somewhere in my top 50. You'll have to watch. Harrow County, again, we played on the channel. This is they sent us a final copy. I did not know it was 1 to 3 players. I was actually thinking about, probably, not because it's a bad game, but because Audrey would never play it, I was thinking about culling this. So I might play this. So let me know if you guys want me to see the solo on the channel. I don't even know how the solo plays, but you're basically, each person has an asymmetric power, and you're trying to are you trying to score points, or are you trying to, was it area control? I just for life me cannot remember right now. Frostpunk, the board game, is a survival board game based on the Frostpunk video game. You got a big old tower in the middle, you're gathering resources, you're trying to keep your people alive, all while bad stuff happens. You are probably going to lose. Did an unboxing of it, haven't brought it to the channel, but since I'm doing solo games now, I could definitely play this on the channel. Imperial, I've heard, is just a better train game than, Ticket to Ride. So pick that up. It's in a fantasy universe where you are doing, well, spells and steam, and you're trying to build out your routes. It's as much as I know. Detective, City of Angels, is a deduction game where you're trying to solve the crime. It does have a solo mode. I don't know how that works, considering one person's supposed to be like the witness and one person's supposed to be the person trying to solve the crime. So I don't know how that works in a solo game. Maybe there's an app. We did get the new stuff. So if I don't get it to the channel before the new stuff comes, then definitely when the new stuff comes, I'll probably bring it to the channel. Clank Legacy, we did play this. Deck building, legacy elements, love it. Definitely need to play more of it. There's our Oathsworn. I've got all of Oathsworn consolidated down into 2 boxes. How did I do it? Brown paper bags. You may not like that. It works. So don't at me. All right. Great Wall. So again, everything Great Wall is consolidated down into 2 boxes. How did I do it? I don't remember. I know there was a thread on BGG, and I think I just did whatever that guy did. Tower defense game where you're trying to control it. Can be played solo, co-op, or versus. Labadi Manhunt. You are inmates, and you're gathering things, and you're trying to defeat whatever the bad guy is. Definitely something I'll have to play solo. Audrey is not going to play this, no shape or form. So I did back the new campaign, but again, lots of minis to paint. Townsfolk Tussle, Boss Battler. It's on the channel. We've played it a couple times. I think everybody pretty clear what a Boss Battler is. This is actually a surprise that this was ever done. So this is Shadow Tactics. I like the video game. I like that kind of video game, the turn-based tactical video games. So I figured I would give this a shot. The actual designer, and there's his name, Gurgly Krupa. He stepped up and he got this past the finish line because the publisher basically was non-responsive. Like, it just wasn't doing anything. But yeah, you're playing as the ninjas, and you're trying to complete the objectives on the map while trying to stay silent. So kind of hidden movement, kind of silent movement game. Burnt Island, How to Save the World. I talked about this in my top games to me, new games to me. Really like this one. Worker placement, neat mechanics of moving between 2 different, I keep moving this up, 2 different areas. And then you're trying to get one of the 3 research tracks up to save the planet. Twisted Fables. It's a 2-player versus game. I don't know if we're ever going to play this. So it may be one that's going to be called, but you're basically playing as one of 2 sides of different fables. It's got minis. It's got a mat in the middle. You're upgrading your deck, kind of doing some deck building as you go to make yourself more powerful. All right, I gotta get some boxes out of the way. All right, so back there is Orc Quest Warpath. It is still in 2 boxes. just because I have not consolidated that one yet. It is basically an homage to HeroQuest. I think it funded, didn't deliver, and I think Monolith picked it up and got it to deliver to the original backers plus anybody new. It's HeroQuest. Quick little dungeon crawler. You're throwing dice and defeating guys on the scenario. So it is little scenario based. I think it's supposed to be played kind of in a campaign mode, but it doesn't need to be. One thing I missed because it was behind all these other boxes. So there's the Mercurial Final Edition. I do think I'm going to bring that to the channel. I want to play it again. I remember I liked it, but maybe I just didn't like it at a two-player game. So we'll definitely get that to the. I will definitely get that to the channel as a solo game. Just let me know if you'd like to see it, and then maybe it'll get brought sooner. Lords of Ragnarok. That is everything. There's 2 boxes. So I've got that consolidated down to 2 boxes. How? I probably got rid of an insert or something. Lords of Ragnarok is, again, a big Awakened Realms game, area control, battling game. I don't remember if it's got solo mode. Don't remember much more beyond that. Tidal Blades Heroes of the Reef. This is a dice combat type game where you are upgrading your dice through worker placement and completing tasks to then get yourself better dice so you can take out the boss in the final round. And then the bottom is the Tactics, Adventure Tactics. Basically very cute adventuring game. You start out as one class, and then as you go, you get to upgrade to other classes. That's a huge box. I wish, again, I started consolidating once I started getting more games. I wish I would have realized that when that big old monstrosity came in. Yes, the corner's damaged because I probably rubbed it up against the floor. So it's what it is. I probably should put carpet down there or something. All right, everybody. That is room number 2 of technically of 3, but I said 3, but there's actually a bonus room because I've got all of our 2-player small little box games in our dining room. So I'll have to have a video on that, I guess, too. So I guess there's technically 4 rooms. So there'll be 2 more videos. If you have any games that you know I should be calling out of all of this, if you have any games that you know that we should be playing out of all of this, let me know in the comments down below. But until next time, guys, peace.